First of all, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching this video right now, then you probably like the tagline above, which is, how do you get your first real estate investment property? You're probably feeling extremely overwhelmed. There's a lot to think about. I want to narrow that down to 8 easy steps. By the end of this, hopefully I give you everything that you need to know to go get that first property. So let's just start with it. You are like everybody else. Let's just start there. You are normal. If you are feeling overwhelmed because you haven't made that first purchase, you haven't went and bought that first investment property, everybody starts out like that because real estate is so amazing and so fun that you have so many different options. And that's actually a hindrance. What do you want to get involved in? Do you want to buy an Airbnb or an RV park, or do you want to buy a fourplex or an apartment building? So that's actually step 1. I want you to focus. This does not have to be your forever. You're not marrying this concept. You are executing. You are going to get your first real estate investment property. So first, focus. If you're going between 1 or 2, I just want you to narrow it down. It's that easy. Narrow it down and pick 1. Sounds easy. I know this sounds easy, but that's step 1. I want you to pick 1. Now that you've picked 1, it's time to educate yourself. So as kind of previously mentioned, do you want a house hack? Do you want a BRRRR? What do you want to do? I'm going to use a short-term rental for my example. If you want to do a short-term rental or an Airbnb, step 2 is to educate yourself. How do you do that? Educate yourself. It is easier now, more than ever, to go out in the world and find the information. This video is going to be the basic steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you want to go learn about an Airbnb, guess what? I've made a video. Other people have made a video. I want you to start listening to the Bigger Pockets podcast. I want you to start listening to people like Dave Pierre on Military to Millionaire. I want you to start reading books on short-term rentals. Many people, there's great authors out there like David Green, who has written a ton of books. There's a really good one if you want to try the BRRRR strategy from David Green. You got to figure out what you want to learn on, example, Airbnb in this case, and then you got to go out there and just educate yourself, saturate yourself. We are always in our car. You should be listening to podcasts. You should be reading books. You should be absorbing YouTubes and become all knowledgeable about, in this case, short-term rentals. Number 2, you got to learn how to do the math. And this is the part that a lot of people are going to stumble with. And this is what I want to take out of the equation. Stop being overwhelmed. It actually doesn't have to be perfect. This is just going to be a learning experience for you. So for short-term rental, again, I made an entire video on this. I hope that you go check it out. For a short-term rental, I want to know, if I'm a financed buyer, what my mortgage is going to be, what I think my utility costs are going to be. We call this napkin math. You're just going to scratch out some numbers. Then I'm going to go on an Airbnb website. I'm going to see what other people are renting for. I'm going to play it safe and go, okay, if I were to rent out my property for only 10 days a month, what would I make? So I make this, and these are my bills. If I subtract those 2 numbers, do I make money? It's that easy, and that's what we call napkin math. It's just that quick chicken scratch, hacking out numbers. It gets you kind of into the rhythm, and it starts the conversation of the number game. So start working on your math. Now, we've focused. We have educated ourselves. We are practicing math calculations. Now you got to go find the deals. So you got to get out there and you got to get online. And yes, it's okay to start with Zillow, but I'm actually going to dive right into number 4, which is find a realtor. So if you have a market that you're interested in, or markets, multiple, I want you to reach out and grab a realtor and start diving into that market. Get set up on the MLS search. Let the realtor know what you're looking for. Sometimes they'll get pocket listings. They may get an Airbnb that's going to be listed, and before it hits Zillow, you now know about it. So step 3, start looking for deals online. Step 4, go find yourself a realtor and get set up on some MLS searches. Pause the button for a minute because my cameraman just asked me, well, how do you find a good realtor? So we're going to do a sub-bullet to number 4, which is how do we find a good realtor? And these are a couple really basic ways. 1, if you have one realtor that you love working with, there's a very good chance that that realtor, like me, has a network of agents that they work with all over the country, possibly all over the world. So if you have one good contact point, pick up the phone and call them. There's a very good chance that they have a network of agents that they have already vetted for you and they could recommend to you. If you don't have somebody like that, then go to Zillow. I mean, that's a really good spot to look. I like working with agents that have at least done 100 deals in the past 12 months. That's not somebody who's gonna be too busy for you, and that's not gonna be somebody who's definitely inexperienced. 100 deals in 12 months is a lot of deals. So I'm looking for somebody with that. 5-star record would be great with hundreds of reviews under their belts. I'm looking for the real deal. So I don't want somebody who does 12 deals a year, and I don't want anybody who does 12 deals a year and can't even maintain a 5-star review. So again, if you know an agent, start there. If you don't know an agent, go to Zillow. Look for somebody who does about 100 deals a year, 5-star review. You're off to the races. Number 5, if you are not a cash buyer and you want to be a financed buyer, well, then you gotta put your money where your mouth is and you got to get approved. You gotta go find a lender. So if you find a market, you find a realtor, a lot of times that realtor can even hand you a recommended lender. Lenders are always a buyer choice, so you can always go out there and not use that lender, but that's a good place to start. If you trust your agent as being the person who's going to represent you, that's what they eat and breathe. And they have done enough deals to know a good lender from a bad lender. So start with your agent, see if they have any lender recommendations. If you'd like to take that a step further, you can do a little bit more consultations with lenders, etc. But definitely get approved, because in a quick moving market, if you're not approved, well, an agent's not gonna write you an offer, and then you never get a chance at getting to your first investment property. So go get approved. Number 6, this is super, super easy. And if you love real estate and the intention really is to get your first investment property, then you should be so eager to do number 6, which is analyze one deal a day. One deal a day. That should not sound overwhelming to you at all. You should actually want to do this. Hi, my name is Falisha. I'm a real estate agent. I write multiple offers for people a day. And when I'm done doing that, I am analyzing deals for myself for hours. It's something that I enjoy. I'm in Florida looking for Airbnbs. I'm in Washington looking for a lake house. These are things that you like doing. If you really want to be a real estate investor, this should not be difficult. So analyze one deal a day. Now we're going to do the compound effect, and we are going to make one offer a week. You're analyzing one deal a day, that's 7 deals a week. On top of that, I want you to be placing an offer once a week. What's the old adage that even a blindfolded person will hit the ball occasionally? Like, throw out the offers. Let's go. You know what you want. You found your agent. You found the lender. You're analyzing deals. You're doing your napkin math. It is time to put in the offers. So it's as easy as that. One offer a week. And here's the magic. Step number 8. Repeat steps number 6 and 7 over and over and over again until you add that first rental to your portfolio. Analyze, offer, analyze, offer, analyze, offer. It's that easy. I promise you, if you do these 8 steps, it is only a matter of time until you have your first real estate investment property. I know that this may have seemed like a somewhat basic video, but this is for the people out there that need that little shake. They need that little moment of going, focus. You can do this. I was there. Every real estate investor was you at some point. You are fully capable of doing this. You will get your first real estate investment property. I'm super excited for you. I hope that you follow this quick guide. Make sure to follow me and all of my videos for more content. I promise I will dive deeper into some of these sub-bullets. And at the end of the day, remember, if you have any questions real estate related or real estate investing related, who's your homegirl? I'm your homegirl.